Today it gives me great honor and privilege to invite our guest of speaker today to enlighten all of us with his vast knowledge and experience. Reverend Father P.P. Joseph, the parish priest of St. Joseph the Worker Church, say Berkeda, who is also an educationist, a pastor with passion, who takes care of his sheep so well. So we have in our midst Father. I welcome you, Father, for this enlightened session. Father, my first question to you is, what are the natural remedies you can suggest for us to safeguard ourselves from the attack of coronavirus?
Well, the very outset, I just wanted to tell you that the world is going through a big crisis. And you know, in this predicament crisis, we can say this is a humanitarian crisis. How we can come out from this crisis? The question you asked me about the natural remedies. See, natural remedy is that we already come to know that we should be aware that need to keep ourselves away from the social life that we call social distancing, and also, and in case if we show some symptoms, we should go we should have, or we should go for a self isolation. And also, we very often we hear from the social medias and all the things that a frequent wash of hands, that is very, very important. And also, we should use, when we go out, mask. And you know what happened, the opinion differs. IMA, in his opinion, they say that it's not necessary if we are not affected, and there is a reason, but the recent opinion is that everybody should use. You know what happened? The droplets of this can be the micro droplets can pass through the air. So what happened? It is so micro, and we will not be able to see even with a lens. Very that meticulous way, the best lens which is made by the Japanese, they can use it and find out. This micro also is very, so we say that it is necessary to stand 6 to 10 feet away from one person to another. These are the main things what we have heard of it, okay, and we have to do it. And most important thing is that social distancing. That is the remedies what we can do it.
Further, my next question to you is that, give us some enlightenment. You being a doctor or done your doctorate in education, what are your assumptions about a healthy lifestyle?
In this particular crisis, in this predicament situation, what we have to do is that, see, this is more than anything else a common sense, what I used in my life. We hear from outside, from social media, even in the some experienced people talk about even natural allopathy and Ayurvedic and some say homeopathic and different kinds of medical experience people talk about all these things. What I just come to know is that what I do, I say, last a couple of weeks, what I do, 2 times in a day, I go for a steam bath. There is nothing wrong in that one. I go for a steam bath. Some people say it is not necessary. Okay, not necessary. What is the problem for a steam bath? I take morning one bath, evening I go for, because I have a lot of time. I sit inside and I feel whether it is true or not, there is no harm. It is good for my health going for a steam bath. Second, I take hot water. Early morning, just to get up and a glass of water, a lukewarm water, or you can say room temperature water. I consume one glass of water. And then only I go for going toilet. This is my, not today, I do it from I have been doing it for last 10-15 years, I can say, and I see the benefit. Okay, then I consume 10 to 10 say that 10 maximum 10 glasses of water in a day. Then in this particular situation, what I do, I will take a small glass of water, boil, almost make it nice hot, and put half teaspoon of salt and little bit turmeric powder, original, and I go for a gargling. And I feel it's not because of just because of this coronavirus or whatever maybe. I feel these days I do, a couple of weeks I am doing, I feel that my throat get eased. My throat get eased by doing this one. And you know what happened? This is the time that, you know, these days what the change of climate, on and off we have a change of weather. So it is, we are prone to get throat pain, we are prone to get cold, cough and all these things, and we come out of this small sickness from the this gargling. And third thing what I do, drink even daytime lukewarm water. But I say that 10 glasses of water I drink every day, that warm water, not cold water. And if I find that anything is from the straight from the fridge, this is not today, I always do that thing. I don't, even fruits, water, anything with straight from the fridge, I don't take. It is not good for my health, I feel. Because you know what happened, I am a person always give importance for our traditional treatment, Ayurveda. See, Ayurveda is a bit slow, but it is, the lasting effect is very high, that I believe in that one. Because, you know, say there is a study, see, even I tell you, our body is made of what? Our body is made of 5 elements, that is called earth, water, fire, air and ether, and these are the 5 elements. And what is Ayurveda? Ayurveda consists of 3 things, that is very important: Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Okay, and the variation of these 3 things, and are the combination of 3 things, or even it differs how the high and low it is affect the body. And this Vata, Pitta and Kapha is connected to these 5 elements what our human body is made. Our nature, we are also the part of the nature, and we are in the nature, we are being with the nature and be made out of the nature. So what happened? I believe in this. And you know, allopathy also, if we connect, that is also from the nature, but what happened? That will give the quick healing. But quick healing may not last long. But here what in the other way, Ayurveda, that is the reason that I always take a hot water. And in this particular time, what I come to know from some people, this is what I don't know, there is no clinical proof or anything. Anyhow, every day we take tea or coffee. So I take 4 cups of hot tea without milk. Without milk. It's very, it depends. Sometimes I put 2 drops of lime juice. It gives a kind of flavor. and it may give. But too much is not good. Too much of anything is not good. So what happened? I take this much, and uh, this tea, uh, black hot tea, and then these are the things which I very often I use you in these days.
Now, as part of our lockdown, all of us are staying home, and children at their age, this playing age, they are locked down within. So, what are your suggestions for them to spend their time fruitfully?
Yeah, very good questions nowadays. You know what happened? I don't think these days it is well badly affected the children. You know why? In this computer age, what I feel, after going from the school, they may go, some few children may go out a little bit for the tuition, and they get inside and they go to their room and they play with this mobile and their computer, laptop, computer. And they these days they sit in the room. But our time was something different. Even if we are locked in the room, we were not happy to sit in the room. And we had to come out in the ground, and we had to play. That is our time. But the children sitting in the house, what I just wanted to tell you, this is the time they have to spend a little time with the parents. And every parent like to see a good smile in the face of the children. The most important what I say is that now daddy and mummy in the house, very rarely sometimes they get the children daddy mummy together in the room, but now when they get that, use this time as to make them happy and appreciate. See how the daddy mummy together, how they work hard and send them to good school and give a proper education, how much work they are doing, hard work they are doing, and this is the time they have to pay back what they have done for their lives. So smile with them, play with them, make fun of them, and pull sometimes their leg, and that way we can see the house is filled with laughter. This is one point. Another thing, this is a good time. See, they learn some cooking. What we cannot do, because that all the time mummy prepare tiffin and send them to the school, and this is the time, mummy, how to make a cup of tea, how you make a sandwich for me, how, okay, today I will make the sandwich for you and you take. That will be a heart touching moment for a mummy or a daddy, that my son or my daughter is making a little breakfast for me, and this is a very good, and this is the way we have to make fill the house, and this is a rare occasion. I don't think that we will get after sometimes in the near future this kind of occasion, and this is the way we have to make the happy life inside this one. This like that we can do so many things, and spend your time creatively, and you can learn some musics, listen the musics, and some who has got a drawing, they can spend a little time, and if this is the good time, introspect and find out what is the caliber and the capacity what God has given you. See, I believe in one thing. In all my studies, what I understood, God has created everyone with a purpose. Everybody, every child is a, uh, a soul in evolution. A soul in evolution. So, he or she has a purpose in this world. It comes with a purpose. So, identifying that purpose, what the purpose God has given me or sent me, and it is our duty to flourish it, discover it, and flourish it. And the seed is given to us, that it is our duty to flourish, put manure. And you know what happened? See, the great personalities like the singers, like we can say, singers, Lata Mangeshkar, Yesudas, or anyone else that matter. You know, if you look at their life, how many hours of practice, and they won't say it is practice, it is called a sadhana. They take time, it is as a sadhana, okay, and they become famous in their life. And one, so this is a good time. Whatever, what is your the capacity and the power what God has given you, find it out and try to flourish it. Good, because we have good time inside, and we are not going to get this such a beautiful time again. And I say this is a blessing in disguise. You know what happened at the beginning? I said this is a crisis in all over the world. This is a humanitarian crisis, and you know what happened? There is a lot of fear, and you know, a famous professor, Jasak, from Michigan University, is a psychiatry professor. What he said, you know, there is a pandemic of fear unfolded along with the pandemic of coronavirus. That means there is a fear phobia for everybody. But for me, I shall tell you, this is a great occasion for the nature to relax. From very personal experience, my meditation, I tell you, when looking at the nature, what I understood that God has given this is a blessed time. This is a blessed time. We should think optimistically and say that nature is taking a rest, relaxed. Look at, no sound, no sound of vehicle, no carbon monoxide which emitted out from the vehicle, and no dust all around, and nature is not gasping like a fish out of the water. And this is the time nature also taking it is time to take life, and time to rebuild, repair, we can say, a kind of natural repair of the nature. So we take it in that way and let the things go. Let us see.
So, dear Father, it was a beautiful and enlightened session. I'm sure the children will enjoy all the advices that you have given, because it was something very differently that you have put your views on how to stay home safely and positively, and a bit more to be creative and making the happy family atmosphere. Because you have rightly said, children are the ones who can make the parents happy. And students, you are given enough advices how to make your parents happy by doing something for them. So do all the advices what Father has said and make your parents happy, and let this advices what Father has given make you to stay home safe and stay positive. Thank you.